Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you the best settings on Destiny 2. Now this is for controller and PC, so some of these settings will apply to the controller, some of them will apply just to PC, but these are going to be the best settings overall in my opinion. Now there are a few sort of hidden ones and we'll get into them, but if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video, and with that said, let's jump straight into it. If we head on over to the settings, guys, we're going to be starting off with the controller. Now if you want the keyboard and mouse settings, they're what I used to run. Obviously I don't really play keyboard that much, you're probably better off looking on a different video if you want the actual keyboard. But for controller, you guys know I am a main, and they have in fact turned these settings on, these at the bottom, so we'll get into them later on. But look, sensitivity, now it's all going to vary depending on what you are used to. Now don't get me wrong, low sensitivity has its perks, you're more accurate, but for movement, the higher sensitivity you guys can play on, the better. Now I've had to tone mine down a little bit because I've just got back into Destiny 2, but usually I do play on around about 14. The higher you can get good with, the better is always going to be my go-to. But I'd say try 10. See how you feel with that. If 10's too much, just tone it down and gradually work your way up. That is the best way to do it. ADS sensitivity modifier, to be honest, it's not going to make that much of a difference. I just leave it on 1. Now a lot of people say turn auto look centering on. Trust me, for me, I definitely don't like it because sometimes I like to look at different angles, and this pretty much just makes you look at the center of the screen and your crosshair will be the center. Now it can come in handy, but for me I do prefer it without. Sprint turn scale, to be honest, the lower this is the better, because as it does say, adjust your maximum turn radius while sprinting. It's going to increase your turning and make it a lot better, so definitely have that on what you guys feel comfortable with, is my best opinion on that. Vibration, whatever you're comfortable with. Now double press delay, make sure this is set to 1. You don't want it on anything else, because when you have to double press B to sort of dodge, this is where it is going to come into play and help you. Now these are the two new features that are pretty much going to help you in game. Now these will be set quite high, I believe. You'll have to check on yours, but I want to say it's set on around about 12 and 13. You pretty much want your axial dead zone as low as you can, so on 0, and your radial dead zone. Now this basically means the controller is going to register the movements quicker. Now it can be a little bit sort of weird when you first start, but it's going to help so much in game once you get used to it. Now I just want to show you pretty much how you can set your dead zones perfectly. As you can see, I'm not holding my controller right now and my crosshair is moving. Now that is pretty much because I do have stick drift on my controller. Now a new controller, you won't have this, so you can have it set to the lowest. But if you guys are struggling, you pretty much want to turn that up. And as you can see now, it isn't moving. So you want to have it on the lowest possible without your crosshair moving on the screen. And that is what you want to play on. 0.2 seems to be a good one for everyone if you've had a controller for a while, and 0 for that one. Now the next is video. You want to cap your frame rate to your monitor sort of refresh rate, so mine's 240. Field of view, definitely have it on the max, you're going to see a lot more of the screen. Playing 1080p if you can. VSync off, trust me, it doesn't help having any of these on, so turn that off. And then your graphics are right here. Now I'm running a 2080, so that just take that into consideration when you're looking at these settings. Pause the video if you guys do need to check that out. Render resolution, make sure that's on 100. And the next one I do want to say, which is a massive one and a hidden setting that has just come into it, is radar background opacity. Trust me, put this on to medium, especially if you are a Crucible player, because it makes your HUD and your radar a lot darker, so you can see it in certain lights. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you right now what I mean by this. If we load into a private match, I'll show you why you should change this setting and why it is one of the most important in my opinion. Right guys, so if you look at the radar now, this is set on medium. As you can see it from all angles, all lighting in the game. Now I'll show you the difference if we turn it back down to the actual standard one, what we have been playing on for years, which is lowest radar opacity. As you can see, in certain lights, that sort of thing, it's hard to see, especially your enemies if you're looking on around the map. And if you guys do turn it up to the max, I do feel like it's too much. It is really dark and it's quite off-putting. So if you put it on to max, as you can see, it's fully black. And I don't know, my eyes just seem to think it's too much and I keep looking at it. So for me, the medium balance is perfect and it is the one I'd recommend if you guys do want to start changing that. It is pretty good in PvP, PvE not so much. And I do want to sort of show you this as well. Make sure full auto firing is on. It's just going to make your life easier. It's less stress on the controller and you are sort of firing at the sort of fastest every single time with this on. Once you turn this on, every sort of weapon is fully auto. If you hold the trigger down, which I'm going to do right now, as you can see, it just fires it off continuously. And you can obviously stop once you stop pressing the trigger. But rather than sort of tap firing, now tap firing does come in handy sometimes, but if you know you're going to guarantee the shots, you can just hold the trigger and it's going to do it for you. So they're the best settings at the minute guys. If you've missed any, make sure to go back, pause the video, share it down below if you like these settings. I know there's a few new ones that you guys won't have changed yet, so I thought I would make a video. Like I said, if this is the first video you guys have seen of mine, make sure to subscribe, drop a like on today's video, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.